Oh my goodness, everybody. Good morning. Hang on, actually. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Whatever. I am Lawrence Winterman. Dana
Good
Dubois
morning.
is
I don't
joining
hear anybody.
as we speak. We are running behind schedule. You know, even with new technology, it can't make us wake up on time or be ready up on time. So so we're here, and it just is going to take a couple minutes.
Well,
Dana
this is a
doesn't have
problem.
audio.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Why do I not hear you?
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties.
Lawrence,
but
take the floor while I troubleshoot here.
Yes, we will get things figured out. Meanwhile, tell us in the chat how you're doing this morning. Soso's here, Nick is here. I am wearing, yes, here, I can extemporize and
Hi,
look
Joe,
at this
on
lovely
YouTube.
hoodie.
I love seeing you there.
The whatever hoodie from Gen Xe. Dana's webcam has fallen down. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, here I'm going to put a link to the hoodie into the chat as Dana gets her tech situation figured out. And yeah,
I don't know why this isn't working.
Oh no, my friend. All right, here's the hoodie coming to your chat right now. Good morning, everybody.
I do like Gen X tyrant.
Oh, actually, please disregard that. I just invited you all to the restream. Please don't click that.
I need to leave and come back. I'm going to come back on another computer because this is not working. Bye.
I'm glad you could be here, So there's the link to the hoodie. Yeah, don't click on that restream link. Don't join as a guest. Oh my gosh, you guys. Just when we think we've got everything figured out, Dana is setting up on a different laptop in her new little studio. Oh my gosh, So, right. I only have Alpaca Lunch set up for the United States. After the show, I will go on to Shopify and I will expand to Canada. I have no idea what that means in terms of like taxes or tariffs or import fees or anything, but I will enable Canada as a selling location. I'm sorry about that. In my naivety in the beginning, I kind of thought, I'll just start with United States and I'll expand when there's demand. But yeah, I'll do it now. I'll do it today. Hopefully it should be pretty easy to set up. Yeah. Anywho, the hoodie is new. I just got this yesterday. I'm super excited about it. It's just like the t-shirt. It has the, here, I'll show you guys. It's got I don't know if you can see that. It's got the regular back of the t-shirt stuff on it with the QR code and now the old brand. Okay, yeah. Anywho, go check out the sweatshirt. If you're a paid subscriber, don't forget that we actually have a special link for paid subscribers to permanently, always, and forever get 25% off of all Gen XE and Gen XE merch. Here, I'm going to copy the address and put it into the chat. Thanks, Polly. I really like this color as well. This is sort of our brand color, this burgundy maroon color. Yeah, I really like the color as well. But the sweatshirt does come in several different colors. So I try not to lock people in. If you like other colors better, there are variations out there. I know there's black, there's white. There are, I think there's a green. Anyway, let's see. There's black, there's maroon, there's graphite heather, there's military green, sport gray, which is like, like kind of regular athletic stuff, and white. So yeah, it's basically our brand palette in the are the choices for the sweatshirt. And the t-shirt comes in even more colors than that. Oh, it matches my complexion. Okay. Thank you, so I hope that's a compliment. I skew red and pink. I know that is very true. Okay, so tell me how you guys are doing while we are waiting for Dana to get set up on her other computer. Tell me, how is it going, folks? It's been a weird week, right? Like the stuff with DC and the direct challenge to Obergefell, which is the Supreme Court ruling from 2015 that legalized gay marriage. How's everyone doing? It feels like a super weird week so far. I don't know about you. Sinmac, how are you? Sinmac, I just put links in for the sweatshirt that I am wearing. I know you are a merch appreciator. And I just put the link for the 25% off that paid subscribers get. So check that out. We're waiting for Dana to get set up on her other computer. So we're having an interesting... Oh, here she is. There she is. Can you hear me, friend?
Oh, no, I still don't hear.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
Can't hear me.
Well, this is bad. Why do I still not hear anything?
Oh,
hold on.
Musings, Flock cameras. Yes. I feel like I should know. What do I know about this? Hey, Robin. Flock cameras are... I'm totally having a blank. I mean, I know it's part of the like impending Panopticon, but remind me, those are not just the traffic cameras, right? Right, merch, headphones. We're super pro, except that Dana can't hear us, which is unfortunate. Oh my goodness. What a fun morning. I'm Googling Flock cameras. Good morning, Gato Sospeto. Hello, welcome. That's a new name. All right, I'm Googling Flock cameras while Dana is trying to get her audio connected. Intelligent platform. Oh my, this looks really bad. Drone cameras. Cool. Yes, we are doomed. And they talk to each other nationwide. Oh my God. And automatic license plate readers. Oh my goodness. And Joe says, tremors on the surface of my skin. I've been sleeping too much, overload to shut down, but exercise helped. And I use a wall boxing machine doing 5,000 hits a day. Lost weight, good thing, relief. Yeah, Joe, I hear you. It's definitely a high stress, kind of high stakes time. Here's the thing. Being a gay dude and seeing the direct challenge to Obergefell yesterday, I'm feeling a particular kind of way. I'm not sure that I can completely articulate it. It's fury and dread, and a little bit like I'm going insane, a little bit like I am Cassandra telling everybody that doom is coming and not everybody is listening. All right, Dana, can you hear me now?
I can, although I'm not sure why. And hang on, I'm going to do one thing. I might lose audio again, but I'm now back. Now, can you hear me still?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you too. Weirdly, y'all, sorry about all of this.
Hi, boobs.
Hi,
your
sorry.
webcam just tilted down, so your boob forward shot.
Yes, no, I know. It's because it went to my laptop camera instead of my attached one. Right. I literally don't know what I just did to make it work. That's what's a little confusing, but suddenly I could hear you. I am so sorry, everyone. Hi.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Whatever. I'm Lawrence Witterman. This is my co-host, Dana Dubois.
Dana, I should have made it like tech dummy, I guess. I was trying to move to my proper laptop that I should be using for this. And I thought I had it all set up last night, you guys. I'm sorry, but apparently not. There was just no sound on that. So I'm back on the laptop I've been using. And that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It all worked out. We figured out the restream technology. So our old-fashioned technology like microphones and webcams needed to give us a bit of a challenge, I suppose. But we're here.
We are here. Thank goodness. It's always flustering to
it is the worst feeling, honestly.
To start the day with like a wait, what is happening? I also, for a second, you're going to hear an echo because I'm joining the chat and then I had to mute it. Okay. Now I can see everybody in the chat. Hi, Karen. You're the first person I see.
So Dana, while you were gone, I was pitching my new whatever hoodie.
Oh, it's very cute. I also I wanted to start the show just by taking my first sip of tea so casually.
Ooh, look at that. A whatever mug. I love it. I totally feel like we've become QVC or Home Shopping Network.
Right? It's like it's a really good mug. It matches my almost none more black, none more aubergine background.
Yes.
Thank you for sending this, Lawrence. It was a surprise. I opened my front door and there was a little package from Alpaca Lunch and it looked so cute. It had that really cute script that I did an unboxing video.
The unboxing video was super cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I loved it. We posted it last night. So we talked about merch while you were having your struggles. We talked about how people's mornings were going. We talked about being angry that Obergefell is being challenged at the Supreme Court.
My gosh.
And we talked about flock cameras. Musings started talking about flock cameras, and Wendy's here this morning. I knew that Wendy worked for something. I didn't know it was Flock. And so apparently Wendy used to work for Flock. She says, I'd like to state now, if I haven't before, about LPRs, license plate scanners. You used to work for Flock Safety. I know about that tech and who is funding it, which sounds like a fascinating conversation in and of itself.
I want to hear more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. At some point, we should have Wendy on to talk about that for sure.
Oh my gosh. The expertise in this community, Lawrence, like dazzles me daily. Like these friendly voices and suddenly you're like, oh, you have this amazing expertise that I know little to nothing about. Fabulous. And is this Wendy the Druid or Wendy Parker?
This is Wendy the Druid.
Fabulous, Wendy the Druid. We can pull a Wendy, except we can't pull a Wendy anymore, can we, with this new technology?
We can kind of pull a Wendy. I did this silly thing where I accidentally put the link to join as a guest in the chat when I was trying to link to the sweatshirt, and that would be a way that we could get people to pull a Wendy, would be to put the link in the chat and have people join.
It wouldn't stream to their
It wouldn't.
pages.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure unless they also had Restream, which I think Wendy does now. And
Yeah.
if they, should we try it?
I don't know. We're here to talk about, romantic stuff, but I want to know more about this. If Wendy's down, I'm down with having Wendy on for a few minutes to talk about this before we jump into, narrative
Sure. Hey,
nonfiction.
Wendy the Druid, if you're still there and you want to jump in, here's the link.
Come join us. Let's test technology and learn something from Wendy.
Right. Yes, that sounds like a delightful idea.
It does. Did anybody mention at the start, Lawrence, something else big happened since we spoke last?
Yeah, I don't know what you're alluding to.
Taylor Swift 12.
Oh, I couldn't hear what you just said.
Taylor Swift's new album is coming out.
Oh my God. Okay. I
Did
didn't
you
know
not
that.
see that?
Are you fucking with me? I literally didn't. When did this happen?
The Life of a Showgirl, Lawrence. At 12:12 on 12:12, she announced it last night. It was 9:12 here. She has a new record coming. They have not released details yet, but they did release a link to buy it. And this was so cute. So we're all Swifties in this house, but my younger daughter, Nico, who I've talked about a lot, is the biggest of us. And last night she set a timer on her phone to go off like 2 minutes before, 12 minutes after 9, so at 9:10, because she wanted to see it roll out live. And so we were, she texted me, it's in a minute and a half. So I came running to find her in the house and we watched it go live, and it's all like very orange and green. Oh my gosh, Lawrence, hold on. We can screen share.
We can screen share.
Yeah, it is called.
This is why
Life
when
of
you
a
texted me
Showgirl
last night and said "Life of a Showgirl" with exclamation points, and I was like, "What the fuck is she talking about? How am I? What does that even mean?" I'm going to bed.
You didn't know what I was talking about?
I had no idea what you were talking about. It was like 12:15 or something here.
It was 12:12.
And I was like, "Why am I still awake at midnight?" And
oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like, Sure, Dana, Life of a Showgirl, whatever.
It's me, the Life of a Showgirl. I mean, I could put the link in the chat.
Put the link in the chat. And
yeah.
I suppose we need to figure out screen sharing at some point. And sadly, it looks like Wendy is not joining us.
That's okay. She probably, is off doing her own life and is just
right. She's probably driving or something, and screw you guys.
Jesus. I just
invite me properly next time.
I'm having
Wendy. We will invite you properly to come talk about. Oh, but hey, Sinmac.
Ignore that. Oh, hold on. As you can see, I'm having a very discombobulated fingers morning where I just cut.
I'm adding Sinmac just because we haven't met
Hi.
Sinmac before. Hi.
Oh,
how are you?
Amazing.
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Huh. I'm not sure how to fix that. Are you on your phone? Well, you can't hear us.
Lawrence, this is Mishap Morning. I'm just calling it. Hi. Black female geek before Urkel. That just made my day. I know you can't hear me, but it made my day.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, yay.
Hi,
awesome.
Sinmac.
Hi.
I love your username.
How are you? It's so great to meet you finally in person.
That's the tagline for my...
It's the tagline for your Substack?
I love it.
Amazing. Are we having a delay? It seems like maybe we are.
Sinmac, you might be experiencing a delay.
I am.
Okay.
If you're looking at the live, if you're looking in Substack, it will be about 20 seconds delayed. You have to watch on the restream.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, you will be significantly delayed. That happens to me because I go back and forth so I can read the chat, and then it messes with my brain.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm on the restream now.
Oh,
fabulous. Good. Okay. What's going on with you this morning?
Well, I met with my psychiatrist this morning.
Oh,
I
and
needed
how did that go?
refills on my meds, and I had a
Good.
bad experience with Prozac.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
Oh yeah, but
Okay.
I was
Well, I
only
hope.
on it for a week, and the main psychiatrist with the practice told me
Yeah.
to stop taking it. So
Okay.
I'm doing well now. I'm not depressed.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
good.
I had an issue with Prozac when I first started taking it and had to switch to something different. I mean, it was years ago, but yeah, like not everything works for everybody. And sometimes you have to experiment and figure out which is the right thing.
Yeah, well, it also interacted with my a drug interaction with my beta
Oh,
blocker.
Oh,
oh
yeah.
So,
no.
so I need my beta blocker because my heart rate will zoom for no good reason with tachycardia.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
scary
geez.
experience. I've felt that before too. I know that's particularly scary.
Yeah, I usually don't even catch it until my blood pressure's affected.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm so glad you could pop in and say hi this
Yeah, well,
morning.
say hi. I've been on the Substack for weeks now,
We love it.
hanging
It's so
out.
great.
It is
Yeah.
always great to see you.
I
It's like,
love
oh,
seeing
there's
your name
Matt.
pop in, and you've been so great about like pushing the merch store and everything. I really appreciate that, and it's so nice to see you in person, Sinmac. This is amazing.
Well, I'm glad to have popped in and to say hi to everybody. And now you have a face to go with my name.
Absolutely,
Yay! And a voice.
absolutely.
We need to have another community day, Lawrence. We did this once where we just had a whole bunch of folks in one, kind of join, like meet the names, meet the faces behind the names. And we do need to do that again. It was really fun. I think it was a Saturday, right, Lawrence?
Yeah, it was. We should definitely do it again, and we'll have you back when we do our community day, Sinmac.
Okay, that's great.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll say goodbye now.
Okay,
We're going to talk about Dana's article,
okay.
and we'll see you in the chat, and
In the
we'll have
chat.
you back for a community day in the future. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Oh, have a
Thanks
great
for popping
day.
in, Mac.
Okay, bye bye.
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 Oh, I love when we bring surprise people on. It makes me so happy. She has such a bright smile. I think that just,
That was amazing, Mac. Thanks so much for stopping in and saying hi. That was incredible.
yeah, that just made me feel much better from all of my tech issues, which I was like holding on to some stress. And now I'm a bit more
Yeah,
relaxed.
for sure.
So
Tech issues are very triggering for me.
they
Like
are,
it always
and
makes me like flashback to doing an executive presentation and the PowerPoint doesn't work.
oh God. Yeah, yes. I know, and I knew when we were discussing this tool that it would mean we were going to have some issues. I'm sure this is not the last day that we will, but I'm like, oh my God, I need to get my other computer working and test it better. It's all good. It's all fine. Let's shift gears a little, Lawrence. Can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm betting you want to talk about your story.
I would like to talk about my story. I would also like to have a little whatever moment here. Hold on. Okay.
Very nice. We'll use that for the merch promo clips.
God. Something like that. So yeah, I posted a new story. It is called Falling in Love with My Thumbs, Part 1. And we're here to talk about it today, but we're also here to talk, to kind of share other experiences folks may have of this idea of falling in love with a person you've never actually met in person, whether you've met them through online dating or other online methods. Because I think this is an increasing phenomenon. I think there are now generations of people who don't know life before online dating, as we
Right.
Gen Xers do. And I think there's a lot to dig into there.
Yeah, it is a great article. I'm grabbing the link so that I can put it in the chat.
Thanks. I have it here
Okay.
too. I'll race you. Oops, We'll
I
put that.
win.
Oh, you win. Damn it. You always win, Lawrence. Why do you always win?
Not always. Not always. So it's a great article, and
Thank you.
it really did bring me back to my own experience, which predates yours by actually a pretty significant period of time. For me, this experience happened back in the early 2000s, like 2001, 2002 timeframe. But let's talk about yours, and then you tell me about yours, and I'll tell you about mine.
Oh, Lawrence, that's the best offer I've had all week. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that weird.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Thank you. This story begins a bit where the story I read last week left off, right? Going back in time a week, I read a story called I Had a Little Our Relationship, and it documents the rise and fall of a 6-year relationship that I was in that ended. And it ended in the summer. And after that, I'm sure we've all experienced this, where it was just this buoyant sense of like emerging into my own life. I was a new writer on Medium. I was just having so much fun doing my thing, right? And after a few months, I was like, well, maybe I should check out what happens if I log into an online dating app. And I wasn't new to online dating. I've met pretty much every serious relationship I've had through either online dating or, before that, the stranger personal ads way back in the 90s.
Oh my God, yes, the stranger personal ads.
That's how I met Greg, my first boyfriend in Seattle. So even though I'm very social and I know a lot of people, I tend to meet romantic partners through technology. So it wasn't new to me, but every time I re-enter after a relationship ends, they move my cheese. The game changes, right? And there's a sense of figuring it out. And I'm trying to think if I should say rarely or never. I think never have I just jumped in and been like, the first date I go on and it's magical, right? There's always a search and it takes energy. But I was at that point, I was like, well, let's test the waters and see what happens. And so that's when this story begins. I'm a few months out of relationship. I have newly opened Facebook dating, which exists, and I meet somebody right away. And I don't think I name him in this particular story. I don't think I never give real names, but I don't think I did not give this person a name. Should we give him a name right now so that we don't just have to talk about him?
Yeah, I'm going to call him Blade.
Blade. Okay. Let's call him Blade. I don't know where that came from, but good.
I mean, chat, help me out. It's because Dana doesn't know sci-fi that she doesn't know Blade. Or fantasy or whatever, Blade, vampire killer.
Okay. I don't know Blade the Vampire Killer. I'm sorry. I'm doing this because it's oddly similar to the real name.
Hello. Why do you think I picked that?
Oh, I didn't think you remembered the real name. So okay, we'll continue on. Very clever. Should I talk about this or should I read a part of it? What would you like me to do next, Lawrence?
You know what? I think read a section. I know it's one of those articles where it all kind of hangs together and it's hard to just pick a piece, but like let's ensure that we've got plenty of time to talk about it and talk about other people's experiences, because chat, we want to hear your experiences with falling in love with people online, if that's ever happened to you. Yes. I mean, maybe not. You're all very pragmatic and practical people, so probably not. You're far more grounded than Dana and I are. Right. But if you have, tell us about it in the chat, and we will absolutely talk about your stories as well. But yeah, I pick a couple paragraphs just to give us a flavor. I did. And so it's 2 weeks in, which is, since I'm starting midway through, that's probably the most important detail. Okay, I'll start here. What a rush to feel so connected to someone, even in the absence of literal physical closeness. My body thrums, piqued and curious,
desperately seeking the source of the wonder coursing through my blood. I'm a Pavlovian beast for the chime notification from Facebook Messenger, slightly feral for the rush of yet another message. And don't think these messages are racy. That's the thing, they're not. They're fascinating, they're mundane, they're complimentary, they're revelatory and questioning and lyrical. Our words have formed an intimacy, a closeness despite our 140-mile, 225-kilometer physical distance. It's like he's here, and especially at night as we dive into each other's minds through our thumbs and our devices. Fellas, here's an online dating tip. If you want to let someone know she's desirable, lead with your brain. Don't just say, "Hi, beautiful." Ask interesting questions to get to know her better. Tell stories. Listen to hers. Then when you tell her she's beautiful, she'll know you mean it. Simply stated, show interest in her and be interesting to her, and you will get those photos, that dirty talk, the adoration and longing you seek. She will beg you to take them from her. I've been begging and adoring and longing for 2 exhilarating weeks. Think about a traditional date, perhaps at a bar or a cafe, and the onslaught of inputs you receive from that person all at once. You simultaneously observe how they look, smell, sound, dress, laugh, make eye contact, tell stories, chew their food, and treat the waiter. What did they drink and how much? Are they a good conversationalist? Is there a spark? I could type this list all night and never touch on all the possible stimuli you receive from a date. And you're processing all this while simultaneously wondering how your date perceives you. It's a lot, and it's no wonder we sometimes miss important details. I'm not knocking an in-person date. Frankly, I'm wildly jealous of anyone who gets to step out their door and within minutes be sitting in a room with their interest, because I want that a lot. But through this virtual courtship, I'm also discovering the joys of a slow reveal, a gradual unfurling. I get to relish each sense as it comes online, literally, a tiny nugget to explore and relish before moving to the next one. We began with just the basics and the banter. Cute photos, snappy writing. Then we left Facebook dating and moved into Messenger, a step closer. We added one another as friends, so we had full profiles to explore. You peruse beautifully, he told me. I like you. I keep getting these pangs about you. The feeling was completely mutual, and our texting grew more fervent as we drank in each other's histories, our interests, our kids, our past relationships, and our work. We exchanged stories we'd written. He sent me a PDF file of an epic article from a literary journal, heady and intense. I'm a monster. I still haven't finished it, but it's incredible so far. I sent him a Medium story of mine, and he read my little words and then asked to read another, and then yet another. I'd follow you anywhere as a reader, he told me. By this point, I knew I'd follow him anywhere as anything he wanted me to be. I'll stop there.
That is great. And what I love about the selection that you read is there's so many great turns of phrase in there. Pavlovian Beast is my new punk band name. I also love when a man peruses me beautifully. That's a thrilling feeling for sure.
That was a direct quote after, we went off the Facebook dating app and added one another so we could take a look at our the others' profiles, and both kind of went silent for a while. And I remember him writing back and saying, "You peruse beautifully." He's a writer, this person, so he probably gathered that from what I just read, and I was like, wow, that's I'm a word nerd at heart, so I was like, that is some pretty wording right there.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Let's set the stage. Okay. So you meet Blade on online dating on Facebook dating. I was going to say Facebook Marketplace, whatever. Facebook Meet Market.
Essentially, yes.
How long after your little R relationship did this happen?
It was like 2 to 3 months later. Let's say 3 months after. So, had been like not even thinking about dating. You know how like sometimes when a breakup happens, especially if you're heartbroken, you can be kind of erratic, and maybe a lot of men, but women too, jump on apps right away because they're heartbroken. I was at such, it was good when that relationship ended, and was so immersed in my own life. And so I came in like, we'll
A
see if
wrecking
this
ball?
adds, what's that?
You
I
came
came
in
in
like
like,
a wrecking
like
ball.
a wrecking ball. Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess that's kind of true. I have hit harder at love than what happened here. But moving away from Miley Cyrus, I was in a really good place and feeling very grounded, solid, like, let's see what happens. Okay. So that's where I was. But yeah, about 3 months later. And this was one of the first matches, I think. Yeah, this was one of the first matches that go around.
Nice. So
But there's an important
Victor
detail. Oh, sorry.
Victor Cardenas has run with my Facebook meat market and called it Zuck's Suck and Fuck Emporium. Which
T-shirt,
you
Lauren.
need to go register that domain name immediately. I'm sure
Right.
you'll get sued, but that's fucking
Right.
brilliant.
And Lawrence, since that is brilliant, please, Lawrence, make a T-shirt. Although that one might get you sued, maybe don't.
That would get us sued for sure.
But let's put that in the write-up in the recap.
Yeah, that
Because
is
that made my day. What was missing, since I didn't read the story from the beginning, is Facebook dating. Especially, this was a couple of years ago. It's not the most robust tool or dating app. It's free and it's easy because it's built into Facebook. And as you get older, dating apps have fewer people, right? There's less selection, so to speak. So the search radius by default is broad. And even if you tell it, I don't want to see anybody more than 25 miles away from me, it still will be like, but are you sure? And offer folks, this guy's in Idaho, are you sure? This particular suitor is Canadian, because I live close enough to the Canadian border that
200 miles includes Vancouver, BC.
Yes. So he lives in Vancouver, BC, before the election. This is all taking place. So that is why this is a virtual relationship. This wasn't an unwillingness. Well, maybe
Oh my
there was.
God.
Yeah.
So
What?
Joe has a comment in the chat. Joe, I hope you're okay with me reading this. Joe says, I had an online, not sexual, revealing online romance. After a year, I found out our vid chats were being restreamed to men who just wanted voyeurism. I was devastated. God, I always have the worst luck. Joe, oh my God, I am so sorry.
That's such a
Obviously
violation.
a huge violation, and like a particularly perverse kind of violation. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
What is fucking wrong with people? Oh my God. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Oh,
just as she's fine. Good. Thank goodness. And also, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. That's disgusting.
That's truly disgusting. Yeah, grotesque. I'm so sorry. Holy shit. Okay.
Soso has a comment here, which is reminding me of you, Dana. Soso says, I met the love of my life on a dating app here in Canada. He caught my attention by asking specific questions about my profile and interests, and because he wrote perfectly with no mistakes. And, there's something about grammar and showing interest in somebody that is very sexy.
The bar, Lawrence. I mean, I don't want to be like, women have it the hardest on dating apps. We all have problems on dating apps, but the bar is simply like, you can write a complete sentence and show interest appropriately. But this guy exceeded that bar.
Yeah, I love that you read the piece where you were like, it's essentially like a coded message to men, right? Not very coded at all. Message to men, where it's like, dudes, all you have to do is ask questions about her, like be genuinely interested in her, and she will give you everything you want.
Exactly. Well, it may not be one-to-one, but you're going to have in my mind, a far better chance if you, well, it has to be sincere. That's the other thing. Like,
Right, like
genuinely
show
get to know
sincere
someone.
interest and genuinely ask me about my interests. And then when you tell me I'm beautiful, like what a panty dropper for sure.
Right. I think men are starting to know this, but leading with "Hi, beautiful" that's a block to burn in the bird haystack world. It's just like, women want to be recognized for more than what they look like. If you're looking for a partner, but yeah,
I would say gay men too, but I'm not sure that's actually true.
Right. I'm sure there are women who just that it's not true for either.
Right.
Talking about me here because it's my podcast.
Yeah, it's our show. We can do whatever we want, just like
We
Trixie
can.
and Katya.
Exactly. Do you want me to give more details?
Do you even know who Trixie and Katya are?
I don't.
Oh, God damn it, Dana.
What is going on with us today? Everything is wrong. What is wrong today, Lawrence? I'm scared to leave my house.
Look, chat, come on. I have watched nearly every episode of RuPaul's Drag Race that has ever existed.
Oh, I have not.
Dana has watched 0 of them. This is a giant blind spot in our relationship.
It is. And you're right, and I'm wrong.
Well, I mean,
I am missing out. And I know
Trixie
that.
and Katya are 2 of the queens from Drag Race who have started their own podcast called the Whatever Show.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not whatever. It's like, I don't know, something. And they're basically like, we can talk about whatever we want because this is our show, not yours. So fuck off.
Yeah, that's us. I love that. Yeah. I was just checking the chat that it sounds like notifications don't go out when we go live if we use Restream.
Oh no.
Is that true, chat? I see Morgan.
Chat, tell us if that's true, because if it is, that's a really huge bummer that we don't want. Yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want that.
Here's the how they make the cheddar behind the curtain or whatever. Restream, you have to set it up in Substack and then set it up in Restream. And the whole point of this is that it's supposed to make everything easier. And for Substack, because it's still in beta, it's not easier, it's harder. No. And so I am ridiculously bummed to hear that it's not sending out notifications that we're going live, because that
might be a deal breaker.
Honestly, it's kind of a deal breaker. Like, yeah, if we're not getting that, then what the actual fuck? That sort of sucks.
It does. I like how we're having a disjointed conversation. I think this week is going to be a bunch of these disjointed conversations, figuring out a tool while also being like, but I'd like to talk to you about this piece of literature I've written. It's not literature, but personal essay I've written. Yeah. You want to ask me questions, Lawrence, or you want me to gush on about my story?
So I guess I know that there's a second half to this story that we're getting next week, and so I can't ask resolution things. But
no,
I liked your you kind of use this analogy of synesthesia, and also about how it was like each sense kind of got unlocked as you were forming this relationship with this guy. And I was wondering if you think that, like, was that part of the I don't know, the chemical appeal of it, was that things were sort of happening slowly? Like, how did that impact the development of your feelings? Because you fell for this guy, like you were sort of head over heels at one point.
Yeah, that brings up a lot of different points for me. So I'm going to kind of do them one at a time. I think the last part of what you said, I'll speak to first, which is the concept of, can you love someone? And I'm using love very lightly here. I'm talking about limerence, crush, infatuation.
Right.
Obviously,
the early stages of love.
Can that happen with a disembodied person, right? With a person you've never been next to in real life? And if so, what is that connection based on? I think I can, but I also know that it's not truly real yet, because there's too many points to validate, and physicality is too important. But I think I'm a word nerd and a connection nerd, and this was someone who was both very eloquent and a very thorough communicator while it was going and made me feel very valued and seen. And I also think these days that a lot of our relationships are done virtually, even our in-person relationships, because we all have busy lives. There are, we don't have to wait to see one another in person or till we have time to sit down and make a phone call to have these moments of connection. And so, especially early on, it's frequent that we're meeting online and that those things start virtually. And so I think that that's part of it. And the reason I tie synesthesia in, both because that was a real conversation that we had, but as I was writing up this story, synesthesia is, I don't have the like medical definition, but it's the idea that some people can have their senses merge so they can hear color, or that's a good example of one that people have a lot of, like, I hear what colors sound like.
Right.
And it's associated with neurodivergence, and kind of artists and madmen, right? Like people who have this sense. Blade started talking about how he had synesthesia, and that's how the story ends, is him talking about that. And he thinks that certain letters have a color. And so I cleverly say, well, how about Blaine and Bellingham? I start naming these B cities, and he says they're red, and I say they're blue. And then he's like, wait a minute. And he connects that I'm saying these are the cities between where we live, and I think we should visit. And he balks. He's not ready to meet in person. And I use that as a plot device because, first of all, we both saw the cities differently, opposite, very different colors. And also, I think online dating is a strange form of synesthesia, of like feeling emotions that we typically associate with physicality, even in the absence of it. Does that make sense? That like it is a perception of something that isn't typically associated with that sense, but it doesn't make it any less real if you feel it. But only you can describe it and know how it feels. And also, the other person might not perceive it the same way.
That makes sense.
I don't know if that all comes through in the story, but that was the plot device and why it ends on that idea. I almost used romantic synesthesia as the title, but I didn't think anybody would click something called that I could A/B tested in Substack now that we have that feature. But those things go together. The idea of synesthesia, the idea of being able to feel a sense of love, even when someone isn't there, that part of it is linked, hopefully in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mentioned at the beginning, I had an experience like this.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s, where I met a guy through online personal ads.
Okay.
And I was in Seattle, he was in San Francisco. And so this is pre-smartphone. So none of this was happening on phone. This was all happening through like chat,
Email?
ICQ, and
Oh
email.
my God, ICQ.
Yeah.
Lawrence, flashback.
Right.
You just did the sound.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm with you.
So we had this kind of like whirlwind online romance. And it was, a lot of what you're talking about here. Like we're finding things very in common, and we were asking each other deep questions, and, we were talking about like what we wanted in life, what we wanted in a partner. And, so it was early 2000s. I think I was super broke at that time, but I scraped up the money to fly down to San Francisco to go meet this guy. Yeah. And it was the worst. It was the worst. It was just the most disappointing in-person experience ever.
Lawrence, what was the disconnect?
Smell right.
Smell is so important. That was probably my biggest hesitation about Blade, was like, what if you don't like the way he smells?
Right.
Because that sense cannot come up. It can't come online virtually.
Yeah, so he had these weird compulsions. Like he always had to have 37 cents in his right pocket. Which
37,
now,
like Monty Python. I'm 37. I'm not old.
right, I'm not old, I'm 37. Yeah,
Okay.
he was not 37, but he needed 37 cents in his right pocket.
That's weird.
Yeah, and it was just, so there's this, so I'm kind of maybe telling on myself a little bit here. There's a thing that happens, I think, sometimes with gay men where nobody wants to admit to being the bottom. And so
wait, what? You're like, I'm a bottom.
well, I am now, partly because of this issue, because they're, particularly with me, there are dudes who look at me and they're like, oh, daddy's a top and fuck me daddy. I'm like, yeah, no, actually that's not what daddy wants. And so this guy, it was one of those situations where like we got into bed together, and so there's a joke amongst the gays called wrestling for bottom, right? Where you're kind of making out and flipping around, and both people are trying to end up on the bottom, and it's kind of like, oh fuck, this really doesn't work because nobody wants to top.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so nobody wants to admit to being the bottom, but everybody wants to be the bottom.
Right. It's that toxic masculinity, sort of socialized shame around being the feminine position, being the receptive partner.
Right. But then everybody actually wants it.
Right.
That's confusing.
It's super confusing.
Okay.
Yeah, men are dumb, by the way. Like being one and dating them, very, very difficult, very challenging. We're just an enigma wrapped in a mystery, hidden inside a burrito. It's like all.
Oh my gosh. But so Lawrence, you like get off the plane. Here's your guy.
Right.
Are you instantly like, oh fuck? Or did it take time to realize he was?
No, it was instant. And somehow he had sent pictures that were incredibly, incredibly flattering. And he had one of those faces that, like, in person, everything moved wrong, like he didn't have good expressions. And, like an attractive face that when you sort of see it in dynamic action, you're like, oh, fuck, no.
Yeah. And nowadays that problem is so easily solved.
Julie Elder says, I only just learned what bottom meant at 71. Julie, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yay, Julie. It's never too late.
You're welcome.
Lifelong learning. Lifelong learning.
Yeah. Karen says awkward face. It was yes, it's like it's awkward face. The guy had he just so it was everything. Like it was like that immediate get off the plane, and it's just like, fuck. And I'm here for a weekend. Jesus Christ.
Lawrence, I'm so sorry but you still fucked the guy. You still got in bed with him because you're like, I'm here.
Serious? Yes.
Is that what it was? Okay.
I'm a man after all. Yes. I was like, well, there's free cock right here. I guess I should go for it.
Okay. And was it? Do you even remember? Was it any good? Or was
no?
That was awkward.
Terrible. Everything was terrible. All of it was terrible.
Did he think it was all terrible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you talk about it or you just could tell?
No. I mean, I could tell. And then by the end of I was there for, I don't know, 2.5 days, like a weekend.
Yeah.
And it was one of the things that by the end of it, we were sniping each other. Like we were not, like we never talked I flew home and I don't think we ever talked again.
Oh my God. I have like a vague recollection of this because you all know Lawrence and I have known each other since 4th grade. And I don't think I knew like all the ins and outs and the excitement leading up, but I do remember you being like, ugh, about a trip to San Francisco. You'll have to wait till next week.
Dude goes to San Francisco and returns home and goes, when does that ever happen?
You're lucky, Lawrence. I would love to hear from anyone in our live audience here of, have you ever fallen in love with your thumbs, metaphorically? Have you ever had a virtual relationship that for some plot twist reason It was only virtual. And if so, how did it go? I see, our chat seems to have frozen. Do you see this too?
Oh, no, actually, chat's working for me. So Lisa Joy says,
Yeah.
I've never been someone willing to just have sex. I've always wanted to keep that in a relationship. Does that make me weird? No. It's kind of the point of what Dana is talking about. Karen says nope. A lot of us are that way. Lisa Joy. Morgan says same. Julie Elder says same. So says all my life I just had one night stand and didn't like it.
Same. And even him I knew.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like as a young gay man, I absolutely the same. Like
yes.
How do I say this right without sounding like I'm bagging on all of gay male culture? Like gay male culture is very much wired towards everybody fucks everybody all the time. And to be a romantic in that culture is very challenging. And I over the course of my life have I'm going to quote Gwyneth Paltrow, I've consciously decoupled sex from romance because it's such a limiting factor in the gay world to have them coupled together. And also, falling in love with everybody that I had sex with was really, really damaging to my heart and my sanity over the long term. Really damaging.
Fair. So you were able to compartmentalize and to be like,
I mean, not like some men do, but I'm able to at least rationalize my compartmentalization and make it work from time to time. But it's not my natural setting. My natural setting is that sex and romance and intimacy and long-term partnership all go together. It's just that has not throughout my life been any of my lived reality at all. Maybe I have bad discernment or bad luck, or I'm a product of whatever culture. Yeah, I don't know. Just, yeah.
Okay. You have had some lovely relationships. I have met some of your partners. And also, I'm sure a lot more sex beyond them that I have known nothing about, and that's totally okay. Or some of I've known some things about, but I've wondered this before, and I think I have 179 drafts right now on Medium. That's like where I write, and if I have ideas, I put them in. And I do have one in there around like, can you unlearn monogamy? Can I unlearn monogamy? Because non-monogamy is such the norm out here now. And I think the answer is probably no, or maybe, but I don't want to. But life keeps on living. It's not the way I'm wired. And it's on a lot of people in the chat are weighing in with the same. So is asking, Karen asked, did he have stinky spunk? You may want to take that one, Lawrence.
I just replied to her in the chat and said yes.
So is asking, sorry, I don't mean to be weird. Did I just say sorry kind of Canadian style? Because I'm talking to So. Sorry, I don't mean to be weird. But is that like very common in the gay community, or is that more of a cultural belief we entertain?
So it's a great question. I'm not trying to program people's reality, and I'm sure that there are a million gay men who will disagree with me when I say this, but I do think it's common in the gay community. I think, in my experience, in my lived reality, there are lots and lots of gay men who are looking for sex first. And yes, there are plenty of people who aren't, but if you kind of think about, going out to a gay club or going to a circuit party or looking at the apps or, any of that stuff, I would say absolutely people are looking for sex first. And if there is a connection and a chemistry and a relationship that comes out of that, like great, but that's not what people are necessarily looking for first.
Yeah.
It's very, Dan Savage, well, he says fuck first, but in a different context.
Context. He does.
But yeah, it's very kind of like fuck first and like fall in love later sort of thing.
Yes, he says that. I would say both. I mean, his fuck first mug and ideology is don't wait till the end of the date after you've had a big meal and you feel gross. Fuck first and then go out, which I'm a big proponent. Your fuck first, he, I think, maybe not explicitly states, but agrees that like that's often the path into relation. His marriage started as a hookup in a bar bathroom at 3 Bar. He talks about that on the show and how that can happen for some people. Never for me, but tune in next week to find out what happens with Blade. And I would love if you guys would read the story, put a comment in there if it touches you in any way or if you've had similar experiences. It it's a funny story. I know we're at the top of the hour, but quickly, I wrote it, and it was pretty early in my writing journey. I wrote it. I asked him to read it first, and he said, "Yes, you have my permission to publish it." And I sent it to the freaking New York Times. That was the first time I wrote to Modern Love. I got turned down, and it even then later submitted it to Medium, and it did not get boosted. The story was never boosted on Medium. Your Tango, this kind of shitty place that used to pay writers a tiny bit for content, they bought it. But I feel like this one never quite got its home. I reposted it on Medium like a year later with an afterword of what happened and blah, 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 and tried to sum it up. But I was like, I actually want to just share the raw 2 weeks and what it felt like to be wildly sleep deprived and just psyched about this beautiful Canadian writer man who I had this connection with. So I wanted it to live on the internet like that. So it's now on Substack. I will post Falling in Love Through My Thumbs Part 2 next week. It'll go live Monday morning.
Awesome.
And we're at the top of the hour, Lawrence. A quick goodbye. One thing, because I missed the beginning, did you talk about Sophia? Yeah, we did talk about pop music. Taylor Swift, new record, stoked for that. Lawrence and I connected last night about the Kim Davis and the potential overturning of marriage equality. Yeah, which I can't pronounce that word, so I'm just going to say marriage equality. We have Sophia Kelly Grace coming in on Friday. She will come in right before we start Fucked Up Friday. You may remember meeting her last week. She's one of the co-founders or co-editors of Pink Hair and Pronouns, an elder trans woman. She also is a lawyer, a divorce lawyer, as well as a family lawyer when she was practicing, and has a lot of legal insights to provide about what's happening. So I was hoping to get her on sooner, but she is a lady in demand. So we're going to have her on Friday.
Yes.
So we can ask her questions and you all can as well. And
breaking news for you, Dana, I've been in contact with Mr. Troy Ford. And he wants to come on next week to talk about Obergefell. And so I think this is going to be a thing that we could talk to several people about.
Yes, this is catastrophic. Like,
it is catastrophically bad. And what's worse is I think Obergefell is just the beginning. There is a case called Lawrence versus Texas, which
no, it's not Lawrence. It's not Lawrence.
It is.
I know. I'm just saying that's not fair.
It's really not fair. So there's a case called Lawrence versus Texas that is that basically legalized sodomy, right? That
I know what you're talking about.
Uncriminalized butt sex, which was pretty revolutionary at the time, because gay men would often get arrested, for being at gay bars, and then they'd get charged with sodomy, and that was a crime and jail and blah blah blah. So, my big concern is that they're coming after Lawrence versus Texas as well, and that would be truly catastrophic, because it means people like yours truly would be, arrestable and jailable simply for existing. So,
we can dive into. I don't know if I want to say we can dive into all of that, but we can. We will talk about all of it in future episodes. Tomorrow we have Melissa Corrigan joining us to talk about her now 4-part series of Fuck X.
Right.
She's doing a lot of fuck this, fuck that stories.
Fuck capitalism, yeah.
Right.
So Melissa's joining us tomorrow.
Trolls. She's going to have a ton to say. It's not just going to be a bunch of swearing. So I'm really excited to chat with her. And anything else?
Ogre is coming back on Thursday
to talk about doxing. and
Yeah.
and being safe on the internet, which is kind of the second half of the talk we had last week when we were tearing down, smashing the trolls from the middle-aged men's ogling story. And then we have Wendy Parker joining us for Fucked Up Friday. She is a regular. Sorry, we're doing this whole thing after the hour, but
Right.
seems good once we started to talk about the whole thing. We're also
We should
going
go
to
jump on Nick's stream and go watch that.
yes, and I gotta go start my work day. But Wendy is going to talk about something very important. She had
a visit from Homeland Security.
Homeland Security, yeah, showing up at her front door because of her writing
On Substack.
So all
Yep.
of this kind of ties together in a big, scary heap. That's our week here. We can't wait to see you again tomorrow. I will try not to have the technical
Right.
difficulties.
Tomorrow, now with fewer technical difficulties.
That's the
Go.
hope. Love you,
All right,
mean it, everybody.
Love you, mean it. Bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Mwah.